What if I told you the next face of basketball is already here, and he's only 19 years old? Cooper Flagg is taking over the game like no one before him, and some say he's the best high school prospect to ever step onto a court. But is all this hype deserved, or is it too much too soon?
We haven't seen a lot of 17-year-olds who have been able to come in from day one and really dominate. What are your thoughts on how do we manage expectations?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it just goes back to wanting to win. Expectations and all that is great. Outside this team, like, they can say whatever. I don't really care.
Could he actually skip the NBA draft and stay at Duke to reshape college basketball? In this video, we're diving into Cooper Flagg's jaw-dropping skills, his sky-high potential, and the one burning question everyone's asking: just how good is Cooper Flagg? Cooper Flagg, the spectacular 6'9" forward at Duke University, is one of the most talked about prospects in college basketball. At just 18 years old, Flagg's rise to stardom has been remarkable, gaining national attention for his impressive performances both at Montverde Academy and now at Duke. In his freshman season at Duke, Cooper Flagg has quickly emerged as a leader for the Blue Devils, putting up impressive numbers across the board. He's averaging 19 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 4.3 assists per game. Flagg's shooting efficiency is also noteworthy, with a field goal percentage of 48.7% and a three-point percentage of 37.2%, showcasing his versatility on both ends of the floor. Flagg's standout performance has elevated his status as one of the top NBA prospects for the 2025 NBA Draft. As one of the top recruits in recent years, Flagg is projected to be the #1 overall pick, with teams like the Washington Wizards and Utah Jazz expressing strong interest. His ability to guard multiple positions and contribute offensively has drawn comparisons to NBA legends like Kevin Garnett and Larry Bird. Before his time at Duke, Flagg made his mark at Montverde Academy, one of the top high school basketball programs in the country. As a freshman, he became the first player in Maine history to be named Gatorade Player of the Year, putting up 20.5 points, 10 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 3.7 steals, and 3.7 blocks per game. During his senior year, he led Montverde to a national championship and earned prestigious awards like Gatorade National Player of the Year and Naismith Player of the Year. Cooper was also the only teenager and lone collegiate player, the first collegian since 2013, among 15 athletes named to the 2024 USA Basketball Men's Select Team. Selected to train with the USA Basketball Men's National Team as they prepared for the Paris Olympic Games. Scouts are especially excited about Flagg's defensive prowess, versatility, and the potential to make an immediate impact in the NBA. He's already shown the ability to dominate both offensively and defensively, making him a unique prospect who could reshape the professional game. Analysts continue to draw comparisons between Flagg and future NBA Hall of Famers, including Kevin Garnett, for his intensity and all-around game. So, what makes Cooper Flagg different? Defensively, Cooper Flagg is an absolute force. With his combination of size, agility, and basketball IQ, Flagg can guard multiple positions, whether it's locking down bigger players in the paint or staying in front of smaller wings on the perimeter. His shot blocking ability and knack for disrupting passing lanes make him a nightmare for opponents. His defensive impact is immediate, and if he's near the ball, there's a strong chance he's taking it away. Whether it's at Duke or Montverde Academy, Flagg's defense has always been a standout feature of his game. Another thing that sets Flagg apart from many other young players is his mix of old-school fundamentals and modern scoring ability. While many up-and-coming stars focus on flashy outside shooting, Flagg excels in the paint, showcasing a refined inside game and basketball IQ that allows him to make smart shots. His intense style of play, taking high percentage shots and using his size to his advantage reminds people of classic NBA players. But Flagg isn't just an inside scorer. He also has a solid jumper and can stretch the floor with his three-point shooting. This blend of traditional and modern skills gives him the versatility to impact the game in multiple ways. Perhaps the most defining trait of Cooper Flagg is his relentless competitiveness. According to those closest to him, Cooper Flagg's only focus is winning. His goal isn't just to make it to the NBA, it's to bring a national championship to Duke University. This intense drive, paired with his ability to perform under pressure, separates Flagg from other top prospects. It's this mindset that positions him as a future NBA superstar, the kind of player who rises to the occasion in clutch moments and does whatever it takes to secure a victory.
He got superstar around him. I can see kids wanting to be like that and play like that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no badass, cold-ass white boy like this in a long time. I'm just saying. That's on some real
What went through your mind when you saw that?
I mean, it was definitely kind of a surreal feeling because being a Celtics fan, obviously he's a big Celtics figure.
He was also a guy that I think when you ask people like what are his best traits, I think people would point to his intensity, his competitiveness, the defensive versatility. Is there any comp there?
For sure, like you said, I mean, defensive versatility, competitiveness, those are all things that the attitude is something that you can't really teach.
Now, here's where things get crazy. Flagg is projected to be the #1 pick in the NBA draft, but there are rumors he might stay another year at Duke. At first, it seemed impossible. No #1 pick in the modern era has ever voluntarily skipped the draft. But now, it's looking like a real possibility. Why would he do that? 3 reasons. No recent Duke one-and-done freshman has won a national title. Not even Zion Williamson or Jason Tatum. Flagg might want to change that. Duke also has the #1 recruiting class coming in, including Cam Boozer, meaning they'd be favorites to win it all. Another reason Cooper Flagg might decide to stay in college is the potential risk of ending up with a bad NBA team. The franchises with the worst records typically receive the highest draft picks, and many of these teams have struggled with player development. The Detroit Pistons, Washington Wizards, and Charlotte Hornets have faced difficulties in nurturing their young talent. If Flagg wants to avoid the possibility of spending years on a losing team that doesn't support his growth, staying at Duke or manipulating the draft like Kobe Bryant did in 1996 could be an appealing option. In the past, college players were often driven to enter the NBA quickly for financial reasons. But with the advent of NIL deals, Flagg doesn't need to rush to the pros. He's already raking in millions through NIL. And as the second highest paid college athlete, he's earning almost as much as an NBA rookie. This financial stability makes staying another year at Duke a viable option, as it wouldn't hurt his pocketbook in the way it might have for past college stars. While the idea of Cooper Flagg skipping the 2025 NBA draft has garnered attention, the reality is that he'll likely make the leap to the pros. Here are the major reasons why Cooper Flagg will most likely go pro instead of staying another year at Duke University. No matter how much he values his college experience, the NBA is where legacies are made. Every great player dreams of competing at the highest levels, and Cooper Flagg is no exception. Joining the NBA offers the chance to solidify his place among the best in the world. And with his talent, Flagg is destined for greatness on the professional stage.
Okay. Like, it just kind of like, it reminds you of like, all right, he's on the path to be the guys he playing against. Like, majority of us was a version of him when we were 17, 18 playing against pros. So, I mean, he's a hell of a player. Obviously he's going to Duke. But clear as day, like, we're going to be playing against him in a few years, and he's on the right path to be, the guys that he probably look up to.
Yeah. He's good, though.
Yeah.
Basketball careers can change in an instant, as seen with players like Jay Williams, a former Duke star who was drafted #2 overall, but lost his career due to a devastating motorcycle accident. With Cooper Flagg's stock at an all-time high, the safest bet is to enter the NBA while his value is at its peak. postponing the draft could risk potential injury, making the decision to go pro even more logical. While NIL deals provide significant earnings, NBA contracts offer even greater financial rewards. As the number 1 pick in the 2025 NBA draft, Flagg's rookie contract could be worth around $14 million. However, the real financial jackpot comes with his second contract. If Flagg becomes an NBA star, his second contract could surpass $300 million. The sooner he enters the league, the quicker he secures that long-term financial security. If Cooper Flagg enters the 2025 NBA draft, there's no doubt he's the number 1 overall pick. While the Rutger boys, Dylan Harper, a 6'7" guard with scoring and playmaking ability, and Ace Bailey, a 6'9" forward known for his explosive athleticism, are also in the conversation, they remain distant seconds to Flagg.
I know Ace isn't going to answer based on how he's answering these, but why do you think your guy has a real chance to take that number 1 spot?
I mean, I think everyone watches see the shot creation. He's everything an NBA team would want. He do all the right things. he do all the right things. Always on time, stuff like that. Be the first one to the gym, last one out, late night, early mornings.
Hey man, you be there right there with me, dude.
I do be there right. I do be there right.
Be in time.
I do be there right.
That's a funny thing, bro.
While both players bring impressive skills to the table, Cooper Flagg is in a class of his own. Every NBA scout and draft expert agrees. Cooper Flagg is the top NBA draft prospect in 2025. His combination of size, skill, and versatility makes him the most sought-after player in the draft class. Whether it's his elite defense, ability to stretch the floor, or his basketball IQ, Flagg has everything a team would want in a future superstar. The only remaining question is where he'll end up playing and how soon he'll make an impact in the NBA. So, how good is Cooper Flagg actually? The answer, incredibly good. He has the size, skill, defense, and mentality to be a game-changing NBA player. Whether he enters the draft this year or shocks the world by staying at Duke, one thing is clear. This kid is special. But what do you think? Should he go pro or run it back for another year? Let me know in the comments.